to my video. I'm here for a quick little impromptu, casual kind of sit-down video. I can't even see if I'm in focus because the window gives such a bad glare off my glasses that I can't wear them. And it's so gloomy and snowy outside, I am not wasting a pair of contacts. So hopefully I'm in focus. The little box is around my face, so fingers crossed. Today I just wanted to sit down and talk about my plans moving forward for Project Camp, which, if you don't know, is my manuscript that I just wrote the first draft of for NaNoWriMo 2020. I won on the 24th and I finished the first draft on the 30th. So that was very exciting, and I am really looking forward to diving back into the editing process. So the plans right now, I am hoping to be traditionally published. I know that is a big ask, especially for a first-time author, but the way I'm going about it, I'm hoping is going to make it a little more feasible. So I purchased Pro Writing Aid as my gift to myself for winning Nano, and thankfully it was on a Black Friday sale because it was still a bajillion dollars. Honestly, I still feel bad about it. But the reviews are amazing. So I am going to run through the month of December. I'm going to run my entire manuscript through Pro Writing Aid and do a very surface level edit. And I know there are a couple things I need to change right off the bat, a couple of dates, sort of like continuity kind of things that I need to fix up as things change throughout the novel. So I know there's a handful of those kinds of things that I need to change. I definitely need to do a bit more world building and really just add more detail. I tend to be an underwriter. I tend to just get the basics out, and then I would like to go back and add in all those extra details. So those sorts of things I'm not worried about in this first round of edits. This is basically just spelling, grammar, run-on sentences, formatting, that sort of thing. Just an initial proofread. And then starting in January, I'm actually going back to school to Humber College, which, if you're from Ontario, you would know. They have a really amazing creative arts program, and they actually have this specific program for writers where you work with a mentor who is a published author, published journalist, published freelance writer. They've won awards, they've made bestseller lists, they've done all the things, and you get paired with a mentor and you send them your project in little chunks, and then they read through it, they suggest edits, they suggest maybe different ways that you could take that plot point, that sort of thing, like a really line edit almost. And they then send their comments and suggestions back to you, and obviously it's up to you whether you make those changes or not. But then you send out, once you've made the edits, then you may have to do a bit of changes in the next set of scenes or chapters or whatever you're sending them based on what they said previously. Like if you change a whole plot point, obviously that may change things moving forward. But then you send them the next set of chapters and repeat the process. So it's a 1-year program, 2 semesters, and you're with the same mentor the whole time. And the goal is to end up with a full draft of whatever your project is, whether that's a novel or a book of poetry or whatever it is that you're working on. And I've done this program once before with my last NaNoWriMo project, or was it my first one? I'm not sure. That I only wrote about 16,000 words on. And the problem with that was that I would send the chapters for review and editing, and then I would also then have to write the next chapters. But then I was waiting for the edits to come back, and it just was like, I could never get caught up. There was always the next thing coming back as I was still trying to work on the previous thing. That was on me. That was my fault. It was a time management issue. It was a stage of life issue. It just wasn't the right time to be doing this program. But now is the right time, because barring any more crazy changes with what's happening in the world right now, my kids are going back to school in January. So that is going to be amazing. So they will be in school. Even my youngest, he'll be going to preschool 4 days a week. It's only 2.5 hours a day, but then he comes home and has a 2-hour nap. So that's still a 4.5 hour chunk of my day that is free. And then come summer, it's going to be a little bit more tricky. My first semester is January to April. My second semester is May to August, I think. So the second semester, the summer semester, is definitely going to be a bit more tricky. And I'm a little bit worried about that, because obviously all the kids will be home full time. But I just need to keep reminding myself, I wrote 50,000 words in 24 days in November. And I wrote a total of 60,295 words to finish my manuscript in 30 days of November. So I really shouldn't have trouble keeping up with this workload. So that's what I'm planning to do with Project Camp. So I'm going to run a really basic surface level edit through ProWriting Aid. Then I'm going to start sending it off to my mentor, who I should be matched with in the next day or two here. They were starting that process November 30th. So hopefully, maybe even by the time this goes up, I will already be matched with my mentor. And then in January, I think the term starts on the 18th. So I have a couple weeks to settle into a new routine with the kids going to school, my son going to preschool. And once I'm all settled into the routine, then I'm going to start this program. And I'm so excited. I really have high hopes that this year is going to go really well for me, and that at the end of August I will come out of the program with a fully edited manuscript. And at that point, my plan would be to send it out to beta readers. So that would be through September. And I don't know, this is all new to me, so I don't know like how long you're supposed to give your beta readers to read your stuff. I would love if I could send it right when I finish at the end of August, or like first couple days of September, and have all the critique back at the end of September. I don't know if that's asking too much. Maybe some of you guys who have done this before can leave me a comment down below and let me know. So that then I can start in October, when I start prep-tobering for NaNoWriMo 2021, I can also be querying, starting to get those queries sent out. I do have realistic expectations. I know getting an agent is hard and maybe unlikely. I know getting a publishing deal after that is even harder and more unlikely. And I know that even if those things all did line up magically, it would be probably years before my book ever hit any sort of bookshelf. So I am realistic about that. I don't think this is going to be a walk in the park by any means, but those are sort of my plans. And at some point in that timeline, if things aren't going as planned, probably I'd say maybe February, March of 2022, if the ball hasn't gotten rolling with traditional publishing by then I think I would consider indie publishing. And because it's a novel partially set in a summer camp, I think I would probably want to aim to release it maybe like end of May, beginning of June timing, so that it's like right before that summer camp season. And yeah, so that would give me, if I made the decision by March, that would give me you know, 2 to 3 months to come up with a cover and that sort of thing. So I guess that's the plan. It probably sounds super ambitious, and it totally is, but I'm really feeling a new sense of confidence now that I've won Nano and I've finished a manuscript and typed the words "the end" at the bottom. That was my post on social media yesterday on the 30th when I finished. It was just a white square with "the end" in the middle, and it felt pretty amazing. So if you're not following me on Instagram, please go follow me over there. It's linked down below. It's just my name, Laurel Mooring, and you can follow for more frequent updates about what's happening in my writer life. You can also find me at laurelmooring.ca, which is linked down below. And I guess that's it for this video. That's kind of my vision. That's what my plans are. If you want to know more about the Humber program, it is all online via like email correspondence. So I would imagine you could probably enroll and take it from anywhere. So I will link it down below in case anyone else out there is interested. I did do, as I said, I did it once before, and I did complete one semester, the first semester, and it was amazing. It was such a great experience. I wish I had been able to finish it the second semester, but I'm way more confident this time going in because the entire book is already written. So I'm not trying to write, you know, 10,000 words as I'm also trying to edit the previous 10,000 words and keep that whole ball rolling. Everything's written, so it's just a matter of editing and sending back and editing and sending back. So I'm feeling pretty confident about that. Anyways, that's my video for today. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you maybe learned something. I don't know. And I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.